Healthy Living with Mila, proudly sponsored by Paradise Beverages, TST Boroko, and Trophy House. Proudly supported by Laguna Hotel.
Hey! Welcome back to Healthy Living with Mila. You've seen me body stretching. That is what the continuation that we did last week. And also you will learn why stretching is so important to avoid injury. Thank you for staying with me. This time is our healthy tips, the continuation that what we have done last week. But as I mentioned last week, one of the benefits is about how stretching can help our body to avoid from getting injury. Stretching helps to support the body in a variety of ways. In order to have healthy upper, mid, lower parts of the body, it has to be strong, balanced, and flexible. How many of you come to a myth of getting dislocated shoulder or hurting your back when trying to pull or lift something heavy? In order for you to comfortably reach certain positions and have the strength and body balance to get out of those positions, you need to strengthen, make your body, train your body balance, and also be flexible. For example, when you squat down to pick up a heavy load, you want to get as low as you can to that position. And when you actually pick up the heavy load, you want to be strong enough to get back into your normal position by standing. As what I have mentioned, there are three things that you need to acquire, to adopt, to learn, to practice every day in your life. Flexibility. Number one is flexibility. The body is capable to bend or flex without breaking and be able to adapt from pressure that is applied to the body. The greater the range of motion, the body is able to do anything without getting injured. For example, stretch your legs. By just stretching your legs, a lot of people could not stretch it flat down on the floor because the flexibility of the part of the legs is not, or the muscle is not flexible enough. So you have to learn how to stretch that properly by bending your hip and reach your hands to your toes. Once that you have done that, be sure you're not slouching. Otherwise, you are going to create injury, no, create bad posture. So it's always shoulder back and down, chest out, just bend from your hip straight. And one daily and every day of your life, you keep on doing it until you will be reaching your hands or your wrist over your toes, and you can feel it, the flexibility of your legs, especially your hamstring, your calves, and also your lower part of the body. The next one is strength. When the body has a greater strength, it will have source of support. Of course, It has a physical power, a resistance, and defensive ability to adapt from all types of loads that you are applying into your body. Number one, when you are picking something, normally this is how we do it. We use our lower body, okay? So what we will do to be able to lift something that will not get our body injured, we need to have a strong butt, a strong legs, a strong calves, and most of all is a strong mid, because that is the one that is supporting our upper body and our lower body. So when we pick up a heavy load, we have to use our legs, our butt, our calves, okay? And then the shoulder and bring it up. That is why we need to make our body strong. How do you do that? Always exercise every day. Strengthen that muscle by doing some moderation weights. You don't need to have a heavy loads, especially if you are a beginner. The last one is strengthening the core. Core, it means it's the muscle that is supporting the skeletal muscles or our bones. Okay? That muscle, if our bone has no muscles around it, our bones will all be shattered, will all be everywhere. So think that what they call the core is not only the core, it's everywhere, from the tip of your toes up to the tip of your neck. Everywhere has a core, and we need that to stabilize. If our core is strong, stabilized, you got no problem from getting injury. There you go. The 3 simple ways to remember how stretching can avoid getting you from injury. Stay tuned. I'll be back for our cooking and nutrition. I'm back on our cooking and nutritional part of Healthy Living with Mila. Thank you for staying with me. This time, I am going to show you a smoothie, great to lose your weight. And guess what? Those ladies and guys and young people who are so cautious with all that spare tires and whatnot, this is excellent for you. Leeks. Leeks will stabilizes the sugar, blood sugar into your intestine, and also it helps to inhibit your appetite. Carrots, beta-carotene again. The beta-carotene, it helps to break down the fats on the side of your intestine, and it will excrete it from your body. Great for your fat loss. And you wouldn't believe the cabbage. Cabbage has a sulfur and iodine. It helps, it provides to burn that fat molecules into your digestive system when it is digest or metabolized into your body. Guess what? Where you can get this? Of course, Tasty Supermarket, the best supermarket, or Starland Freezer. And you can get your kulao that I have prepared frozen the whole night. Okay, here we go. First thing that we have to do, cut the cabbage. Either what you can do is you wrap the ingredients in each leaves of the cabbage and zap it in onto your juicer. We need the juice before we are going to make the smoothie. Okay, turn it on, of course. Now we have done our juice. What we will do, from the juice, we're going to make a smoothie with the coconut water that I prepared last night. And I am going to put the coconut water. Half of this is where your juice is. Pour it in and then fill it up with frozen coconut water, which this will turn into smoothie. There you go. And you can feel it once it is already thickened, and that is what you call smoothie. Here you go. I am going to call my producer again to have it taste. Voila!
I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
So the consistency of this is a little bit thicker than the juice.
Juice.
Yes.
How about this? I
Oh,
this makes
it depends.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I always, thank you so much for reminding me. I always put at least a teaspoon of cinnamon because cinnamon, it has a great value, nutritional value that helps our body, our body requires, especially if we really want to lose weight. Cinnamon is number one to give that kind of an hint into our food, especially for juice, smoothie, or a shake.
And this is provided by our good friends.
Yes, the Paradise Spices, where you can get it from all your supermarkets nearby, or you can directly get it from them. The taste is really excellent. It is great to cleanse your body, break up your fat molecules, and of course, that burns and reduces that spare tires around your trunk. Yep.
Give this a try.
Yes. Now you tell me, what can you taste from it?
I can really taste the cinnamon and also the, what's it, the leek, is it?
Yes.
Sort of like an onion.
Yes.
It gives that
That kind of
kick to
yes.
kick to the drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that kick is the acid
Yeah.
that helps to break down all that fat molecules.
And what time of the day should I take this drink?
Middle of the day or anytime.
Anytime.
Or half an hour before your workout
Yeah.
is the best time. Try this at home, but be sure the children, let them taste it because of the leek, the onion consistency of it. They might not like it. Put a little bit something sweety on it, like the maple syrup or a brown sugar. Hey! I hope you love that recipe that we have showed you. You can get that online on EMTV and also on our Facebook. And the next one that we're going to show you, hey, the continuation of our last week stretching lower part of the body. And be sure that you always practice. Remember, practice will make you perfect. It is for your own good to avoid you getting injury, especially the lower back part, your hip, your knee. Hip adductors, inside leg muscles stretch on standing position. Great to stretch these muscles to assist hip flexion, hip extension, and lateral rotation, and help to stabilize the legs in running, jogging, and power walking. Starting position, a side lunge from your left knee, not beyond 90 degrees. Extend the right leg straight on a lateral position. Keep your right leg extended. Foot flat on the floor. Body weight is on your left leg. From this starting position, attempt to pull your right leg toward your midline, using the floor to provide resistance to this movement. After 6 seconds contraction, deepen the stretch by sinking lower into your left leg. Repeat 2 to 3 times on each side. Quadricep muscles, upper front leg muscles stretch. This stretch to comfort low back pain, knee pain, or instability. Stand comfortably and use a person or stationary object like chair, back of the chair, to help you stabilize as you bend your left knee and lift your heel toward your buttock. And being aware to bring your heel toward the center of your buttock and not toward the outside of your hip, as this can or may stress your knee ligaments. From this position, try to straighten your left leg against your own resistance by contracting your quadricep for 6 seconds. After the push, relax and inhale. And as you exhale, pull your heel closer to your buttock. Repeat 2 to 3 times each side of the legs. Calves muscles, gastrocnemius and soleus stretch on a sitting position. Stretching calf muscles will prevent injury to the ankle and the many little muscles that help stabilize the ankle and the possibility of tearing the Achilles. Sit comfortably with your right leg straight, a stretching strap or towel loop around the ball of your foot. If you have enough flexibility, hold the foot in your hands instead of using a stretching strap or towel. Use your leg muscles to bring your foot and toes as close to you as possible. Try to avoid flexing your knee when stretching your calves. From this starting position, try to push your foot away from you by contracting the calves muscles for 6 seconds. After the push, relax and inhale. And as you exhale, use your leg muscles again to bring your foot toward you, deepening the stretch on the calves. Repeat 2 to 3 times on each leg. Shin muscle, tibialis anterior and soleus stretch. Sitting on heels. These two muscles are heavily involved in basic movements, including walking, running, and jumping. Starting position, kneel on the floor, point your toes so that your ankle lies as flat on the floor as possible, keeping your heels pointed towards the sky or ceiling if you are under the roof. Make sure your heel is placed right in the middle part of your buttocks. Place your hands on the floor beside your feet and gently lean backward for 6 seconds. After the push, relax and inhale. And as you exhale, lean back more to push the shin muscle to stretch. Hold. Then back to starting position. Repeat 2 to 3 times. I hope you have learned things from that stretching that we did. Practice, practice, practice makes you perfect. Strengthen your core, strengthen your body, be flexible. You will avoid from getting injury. You can watch these episodes on MTV Online, and any questions or inquiries, you can get it on our Facebook, Healthy Living with Mila. Guess what? We are going to have an exciting time on next week's episode. Watch it. Stay tuned with it because we are going for a getaway trip outside Port Moresby to meet all these beautiful people from the village. For today, I am going to say take care, God bless, I love you all, goodbye.
Bye.
Perfect.
Because you didn't want to see his kid.
No, I'll make another one. No, you give my goodness me. Here you go.
Oh, okay. Bye, guys.
Healthy Living with Mila, proudly sponsored by Paradise Beverages, TST Boroko, and Trophy House. Proudly supported by Laguna Hotel.
Yeah.